Hello there traders. For today's session I decided to cover the British pound versus US dollar and the gold market. So I want to update you on the British pound versus US dollar, since I suggested in my previous analysis that downside opportunities will be preferable, and we finally got that downside movement that we was looking for. So if you check here again, I can also show you that on the 2-day chart. Basically the price got a very strong upside run phase, and then the price went into about 12 days of the very hard time for the British pound. So basically buyers tried desperately to go upside, and they left this tight channel mode, more like a tight upside channel mode. Then we get a breakout. This is a 2-day chart again, and with a 2-day test after the breakout, and then we got now downside continuation of this breakout. I definitely see this, that there is a great potential for bigger drop, as I mentioned in my previous analysis, and that if you got any short positions, any sell positions, that I think that we can easily test 1.4 level, which is currently around 80 pips away from the current price. So 1.4 level is a very important pivot level, and I don't see the reason why the pound will not trade into that zone. So definitely 1.4 level can be on the test, maybe even today, but definitely this week I expect this. If we speak about the market profile, this is the market profile chart. I'm using the MT4 platform, I'm using the InstaForex MT4 platform, and I merged 30 days back to produce one big profile, as you see on the left side. And if you check here, the price spent so much time here in this zone around 1.4, 157. But since we saw the price action and everything suggested that we can see the down break, because of there is a plenty of the lower ledges, lower distributions here, lower distribution here, and this area, which we call basically the minus development area. And you see that price is right now right here. So we got a downside break of this big ledge, and this is quite big. So 1.4050, 1.4 level definitely came into play, maybe even short midterm 1.3915. So plenty of the potential of the pound to go and drop even further. Don't forget, today we got an ECB press conference, so this is a big day for the euro, and a big day for the eurozone. So that can definitely have impact on volatility. So define properly your risk before any entry, as always. So that will be about the pound. So selling on the, if you have the sell position, you can just maybe secure on the break even and then hold for a bigger drop. If you don't have any position, you can watch for to sell on the rallies. Most recently we got this kind of 5-minute ABC type of correction right there, and the price basically was sold. Now is not that good time to sell from here, but you can wait for today, so some rallies, and eventually try to sell on the rallies if you don't have, because there is a plenty of space for the downside. Speaking of the gold, basically it's a similar story. Gold got a strong upside phase all the way from the beginning of April. We got a higher highs and higher lows, so obviously the upside trend environment. But then after this run phase at this stage, price basically went into the 4-day inside days. They trade upside, and they tried to they became the buyers became very exhausted. Obviously they created this kind of tight channeling mode, and there was a massive breakdown the last week. Buyers I think this was a natural reaction from the buyers to try this, to recover from this sell-off. They got some initial buying power here, but the very next day they just got very little. They barely broke the high from that day, this rally day. And then we switched down, and that was basically where we're right now standing here at 1880. And I definitely see potential for the retest at 1856, 1853, and then 1845. Maybe even bigger drop, but definitely the selling opportunities, we see the momentum kicked in pretty good this morning, so you can definitely watch. This is a for example 10-minute chart, and you can watch the 15-minute chart. You can watch for a rally and maybe to the recent swing low, and then try to see if the price will lose momentum there. You can maybe try to resell from there and expect further drop towards the 1856, 1853. Plenty of the space also in the gold. So selling on the rallies, we're trading so deep below the previous day low. So there's a, I think, very good opportunity to watch to sell on the rallies.